hauntings, cryptids, the unknown. Welcome to Mystic Moon Cafe Radio.
At the Walker Ames house, we set up trigger objects in the attic. We wanted to test to see if a possible child spirit would engage with us. As you'll see in the next videos, we did get activity when we asked it to play. Can you touch the teddy bear? What time is it? Do you have any friends to get there? Time. Sounds like you want to play with us. What game? We like to play. Do you want to play dominoes?
That was different. It almost to me sounds like somebody's like flicking a piece of paper. Maybe it is just the pipes.
Well, that's not good.
Welcome, everyone. We've got a wonderful show in store for you. Well, we do, and we did. People keep dropping out or running late today. I myself was running just a little bit late. June? Hi, June. Hi, Jake.
Hello.
Howdy.
But we're going to have a wonderful show anyway.
That's right.
Oh, how are you guys doing?
Not bad here. It got awfully warm this afternoon, but we're coming back around. I'm going to apologize now. Dakota's still here, breathing loudly and maybe even finishing off his dinner at this point.
So the heavy breathing you hear behind Wendy is Dakota. Just saying.
Exactly. Yes,
It's a puppy, little puppy dog.
It's a little. Well, little is relative. Yeah.
Still a puppy.
Not a crazy
Even if he's a senior.
ghost.
Even if he's a senior old guy.
If you want it to be a crazy ghost, Jake, we'll just make it one.
Yes.
Yay!
It'll be as real as those ghost shows on TV.
Yes, it would be. They would totally use that as a ghost. Oh, we need an instant ghost. Quick, let's find a dog panting.
The spirits of heavy breathers past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know, it just makes you wonder how many how many times that does happen. It's like when all of a sudden they feel like the show's getting really boring. It's like, oh, we got to find an instant ghost.
Something, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, let's get out the spirit box. Oh, instant ghost.
Oh, please, Lord, no, not the spirit box.
We need instant ghosts. Oh, I know. I'll get the ghost app out. We'll find how many ghosts are around us.
Wee. Ooh.
Do you know I actually saw that? I actually saw that on a show the other day.
Oh, you're kidding.
A professional ghost hunting team used a ghost app on their investigation. I think I've said this before. I think I'm a little senile and I keep repeating myself now, but a
If it gets
professional ghost team got out their ghost apps on their phone and started, trying to find a ghost.
Oh,
That's
heavens.
I bet they found one.
They did. That was amazing. I was very shocked.
Truly amazing.
Oh God. Well, no, I think it was a demon. Yeah.
Let me whip out my can of demon be gone.
Yes, demon be gone. Demon be gone. Spray. It will spray the demon out of you. So wrong. So wrong.
Oh, I believe we may be setting a tone for the evening.
Look, our EVPs are serious stuff. Or
That's
not.
right. They are. But the snark is a lot of fun tonight for some
That's
reason.
true. Is Mercury in retrograde or one of those things again?
Not for another day or two.
Well, I
Do
mean, we've got the 7 signs of the apocalypse going on all
Exactly,
over us right now. So
Might as well do whatever we want.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
matter.
believe there's a full moon either tomorrow night or Friday night with an eclipse,
Friday
and then we get the retrograde.
Oh, yay.
Apparently, the
damn.
last time all of
Yeah.
this happened, it was like the beginning of the French Revolution or something like that.
Great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never used to believe in these things, but I tell you anymore, I'm starting to believe
Anymore,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm starting to believe these things
On
now.
a slightly more serious note, I am going to suggest that we all light a candle.
I don't
And
have a candle around.
I don't
me.
have a
oh
candle.
well, when you have one,
Okay.
okay, audiences everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, you have a candle? Okay,
I forgot we're still broadcasting through radio, so that's me saying I have to go get some stuff. One moment, please.
Oh, okay.
Talk
Okay.
amongst
Oh,
yourselves.
he was
Okay.
giving
All
us-
right.
Okay.
We're going to work on your sign language too. But anyway, just that quick, moment of
Okay.
introspection
Kind of a
or
candle.
extrospection.
It's my little pumpkin
Ooh.
lantern from
Aw.
Halloween.
Oh, I like it.
It's LED
Huge.
though, because I don't want to burn down my house. I spend a lot of
Right,
money on it.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There.
But
That's very
you send
cute.
out some positive energy to everybody, and maybe
Please
it can be
do.
carried away on the
Yes.
candlelight.
Yes.
Please do. Because it has been, it's insane anyway with our, COVID-19 and everything, we've had to do here and
Mhm.
everything else. And then, this horrible, sad everything. There's everything sad about this situation that's going on now.
Right. There just isn't an upside to any of it.
No.
Yeah. So yes, I agree. Positive energy sent out.
So
Pause.
let's just step back a little bit. Let's just do a timeline review. We'll not
Okay.
let's not be political or anything. 2016 really sucked. All these celebrities we loved died.
Yeah.
Yes.
2017, same trend.
Mm-hmm.
2018, same trend. 2019, it was really starting
Yeah.
to suck.
Yeah.
And then we got 2020, which, like, how more suckish can it get?
Don't say
really?
that. Don't say that. Don't say that, Jake. Please don't say that. It's going to really, really suck.
As we speak,
it can get worse. It always
true.
can get worse.
Yeah.
as we speak, NORAD has just spotted the huge comet that's racing towards the Earth.
All I can say, if it's gonna hit, you know what? I'm next to a volcano. I'm in a quake. Just like hit us
Just
direct.
take me. Yeah.
Just take it
Mhm,
out. You know,
mhm.
let me snuggle my puppy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Yep. I'm not I don't think I would do well with the actual apocalypse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I always picture myself as one of the survivors in a zombie apocalypse, but you know, in all probability, I'll probably be one of the zombies trying to get at the survivor. So, you know.
right.
Except June will be sitting there going,
Please, no, it'd be more like cheese. I need some cheese. Velveeta. Where's my Velveeta?
you go, I told you no brie.
Yeah, not a fan of brie.
Ew.
Oh my
good,
God.
Okay. Our new fan Ciara Rain is with
Hey,
us, and she lit
Ciara.
a candle and
Oh,
one of her
Thank you.
homemade candles.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I have anything homemade here? No.
I'm gonna try some homemade mint salve
This is
because
a
I've got
friend of mine.
it taking over the
Ooh.
garden, and I got the beeswax and the
Velvet.
avocado oil and
You
stuff.
got a whole lot of stuff going on there.
We really do. It's a huge garden,
Mm.
but
Yes.
okay. I don't know if it's me or if that's.
I think I just put another head on my shoulder.
Okay. You can bring out Mr. Creep. Just wait. Do you have like a Barbie witch?
It's Samantha from Bewitched.
Nice.
Yes.
That's total fangirl action right there.
Yep. And I also have Bewitched. This is a postcard with Dick York and Elizabeth Montgomery, and it's like all our favorite.
Is that
You can
her
see
mom?
it okay?
Like, I really liked her mom.
Yes.
Was it Pandora
see,
or something? I don't know.
Endora.
Endora. That's it.
Agnes Moorehead.
Yeah.
And I got their autographs on the back.
Nice.
I didn't get them
Ooh.
personally, but this was something I won at the last Bewitched fan fair.
Ooh.
So I was just at a Bewitched Twitch talk that Mark God, my brain just went completely out of there.
That's okay. Keep drinking. You're fine. Just keep drinking. It'll all come back.
Oh my God.
That's
It'll all
right.
come
Yep.
back.
Mark
Yep.
Simpson, he has this, it's called Twitch Talk, and you just kind of talk about episodes of Bewitched and everything. He is a mega super fan. And so I've kind of become a fan because of him.
Nice.
So I have all these.
Excellent.
And the dolls.
I mean, I could
Yes.
grab Boo if you want me to grab Boo. Just
Oh,
grab
grab
Boo?
Boo.
Sure,
Grab
we can start
Boo.
we can start off with
Boo.
Boo and
Yapple,
Let me
tell,
grab my Boo and my voodoo doll.
and tell people the stories of Boo and his adventures.
Well, we only have like one really good story with Boo, and there were no EVPs, so it's
Oh,
off
no.
topic. But let me grab my Boo.
still. Yes. Those of you who do not know what Boo is, you will find out soon.
Ooh, boo. Boo-hoo.
Little Boo.
Now, June, in the trailer that I did up, I wasn't sure what in the EVP session.
It was like those of you who cannot see, we are on video too. So, but those of
Yes.
you who cannot see,
And it's kind of cool to be like Facebook Live because you can show people stuff.
yes,
you know?
that is cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Here's Boo.
There's Boo. Now, can
Can
you
we
tell
turn
everybody
Boo
what
on?
Boo? Yeah, tell everybody what Boo is.
So Boo Buddy, and this is not a product endorsement of Ghost
Yes,
Stop's
no.
products. However, if Ghost Stop would like to sponsor Mystic Moon Cafe, please send an email and link to download some cash to Big Daddy Dollars at cashmoney.com. Okay.
Oh God. I hope somebody takes you up on that one day.
So let me turn him on. I haven't turned him on in a while. We haven't exactly been ghost hunting.
Yeah.
We haven't been doing much of anything.
True. So if you hear that, that's Boo turning on. Let me just show you. Can you tell if he's glowing? Yes. You
Yes.
Can see his yes. So in his little red blinking hands, so he's calibrating. So Boo Buddy's an interactive investigator. And while he looks like a harmless little teddy bear, he's actually a demon from hell that wants to sup your soul. But he is really cute. But what he does is he measures EMF, so the electromagnetic field for anomalies. He measures temperature. He asks questions for EVP sessions.
It says, "What's your name?"
Or he goes, "I'm going to kill you, you little son of a bitch."
He does not say that.
And then what he also does is he will recognize stimulus. So if I like shake him, he'll go like, "That tickles," or "Are you holding my hand?" Things like that.
Or sometimes we hear him say, "That's a bad place. That's my danger zone. Don't touch me there."
Exactly. So
Oh,
this is
my
Boo. I'm
word.
just going to leave him on to talk all night through the episode since we're on the, we're on.
Okay,
And he
I
comes
think
with
you
this cute little
should.
backpack.
Yes.
Mhm. All right. No, yeah, because
Okay.
I'm watching Facebook and yeah.
And
You all right,
then,
June?
and so he has some friends. This is Cornstalk. When I went to New Orleans, he's a voodoo doll. You shake him to get the evil out.
Oh, so it's just an evil get a ritter of?
Well, that's also this one. This one comes with the pins, but this one's the intent one. So, I'm reading the book, right? And so I got all the pins, and you jab him or her
the
or
right
it.
places.
And
So do you have to put the hair of the person that you're jabbing?
No, it's all
Oh.
intent. So
Oh.
you make like you ask for it, you take the color pin out, you jab it in a body part, and it's not what you think. It's not like a curse or anything. So I
Aw.
got these in New Orleans, and then I got this voodoo doll, which is kind of weird because I don't know a lick about voodoo, but I kind of like the tchotchkes. And this one looks really cool. This is something you'd see on Supernatural. And we have one of our guests waiting for us, so I have to hurry up here. I did open you, right? At some point. Anyway, I'll just hold it up. So this one actually looks like a voodoo doll. It's got the pins and you jab it in the spots and everything like that. So anyway,
Cool.
I have my tchotchkes
I
here.
think
I'll just leave them out.
I think Char is the one that's waiting.
Okay.
What's that?
I said I think Char is the one that's waiting.
Yes, she is.
Yay.
So I will let her in now because we're doing Zoom. And
Now, what were you asking before that, Wendy? You started to ask something.
Oh,
about the intro.
in that EVP session from you and that Jake did up in the attic of the Walker
Oh, yeah.
Ames.
Oh, yes, that's Jake. That was Jake and Bob. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What gadget was talking back to you?
Okay, so right now it's Boo Buddy, but so you're gonna hear those voices in the background. So if you hear Teddy Ruxpin on crack, it's Boo.
It's Boo. Okay.
It was just like a play school toy.
Yeah, it was like a little motion activated play school toy, and we kind of tried it a little bit beforehand, and it takes a good little push
you
to make that thing
thump.
go off.
Okay.
So it's really surprising. It's not one of those that if you're in the vicinity of it, it'll go off. You actually have to touch it.
Yeah, you have to
make
give
it go
thump.
off.
Yeah, I tested it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like if it just because I was thinking at first, is it just the house shifting? Is it Bob?
Right.
Myself moving around.
Yeah.
Even though we were
We did
sitting
the
on the
same
floor,
thing.
could that do it? But you had to give it a good old thump.
Yeah.
To get it to do anything.
So something was interacting with that toy. So it was
and
pretty
it
cool.
did. Yeah, and Boo was right behind it, but Boo wasn't. It wasn't this Boo that I'm using now. It was a previous Boo.
It was a tiny Boo.
Okay.
It was just the little junior.
It was a baby Boo,
which a ghost has now. Yes, for ghost hunting.
Yes, Jake was so awesome.
Yes.
And Ashley in the chat on Facebook was asking really about Boo Buddy. I think it's a real tool. Medea says hi.
Hey, Medea.
Hey.
Sorry, I cannot see the chat right now. Let me see.
I was going to say we do have Char. Is it Char or Char?
Charlotte? Char?
Char? Okay. Just making sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I think
you want to unmute her?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting. I didn't want to make noises in between.
Oh, that's okay.
We're doing our intro. No worries.
You can call me Shar. It's fine. I don't know why my video is not working.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
We'll put a picture in there later.
Yes.
How are you doing, Char?
I am good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Now, would you like to tell a little something about yourself and your old group? I know you're not. Are you still investigating at all, or are you just kind of
periodically? not like I used to anyways. So, gosh, yeah, it was like 2010. I started my own group with a group of friends that I worked with after I'd gone to the Stanley Hotel and set
Ooh.
up my laptop for them to watch what was going on. And then, weirdly enough, these friends I'd had for a while, we never talked about the paranormal. And that kind of sparked a whole conversation. And that's where it rolled out from there. So we had a group for, I don't know, several years, and then life happened, and most of us ended up going separate ways. And some of us joined other groups, and I was a part of another group, and now I've left that group and kind of just doing my own thing. But somewhere in the middle, I ended up working at a haunted hotel, and that kind of that was a really big chunk of I really didn't need to go investigating at that point. I just had to go to work. So yeah, so it was interesting. It was cool. It was fascinating. I don't know. It's been a ride, that's for sure.
So just what's your ghost hunting territory now? Because you mentioned the Stanley Hotel. So are you in Colorado or?
Oh no, I'm in Minnesota right now.
Oh, well, I'm from neighboring Wisco. So what part of
Okay.
Minnesota?
I'm 40 minutes out of Minneapolis.
Okay. I'm from Superior, Wisconsin, so right across from
Oh,
Duluth.
yeah, so you're about 4 hours north.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now I first met I haven't met her in person. It seems like I've met you in person. I was thinking, now I met you in person. I was like, no, I haven't met you in person, but I first met her on, it was, I guess, when my old friend Todd used to have his radio show. And now how did he find out about you guys? I was trying to think.
I think it was actually you or one of you
I'm senile. I
somehow.
have no idea.
No, it's okay. It's been like 10 years. So I think one of you found our page and was following it, and then you started hearing the EVPs. And then you're like, oh my God, we need the story.
Yes, yeah, I think that was Todd, actually. I was trying to
Okay.
think. And then and then he was like, we've got to have him on here because he started being friends with Johnny from Blisscom's
Yes.
Murder House. And then that's when he started following all the different groups to find out, what their evidence was. And he saw you guys and he was like, oh God, I gotta have these guys on our show. So yeah.
Yes, and then we even dragged Wendy there one time.
Yep.
June likes to tease me about that.
Yeah, it's like the first time she ever does any investigating, she has to go to the Villisca Axe Murder House.
You know what? It was so funny. It kind of started being a running joke because every time we'd get a new team member, they joined right before we'd go to Villisca. We called it as our training ground. And so we're like, oh, you want to be on the team? Go to Villisca with us.
Trial by fire.
And tell some of the stories of just about some of the weirdest stories before you even get to the EVPs, because some of the stories that you have just being at that house, it's like crazy.
I don't know if it's me. I'm pretty sure it's me. I don't know. But
no, really crazy.
It has been insane. I think when I was messaging you guys and I thought about it, I think actually I've only been there 8 times. Oh. I'm going again this year, so it will be 9. And I think that's where I was counting that one. And then, yeah, 9. I know. I should be in therapy right now. So I don't know why I keep going back. I don't know.
Well, when you find a place that just really gets to you like that, I understand. Like how I am at the Walker Ames house in Port Gamble, I understand completely. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So, well, our first time there, which you're very familiar with, and here's the side note. Every time I've gone, clear skies, or they say 30% chance of showers, every single time there is a massive thunderstorm.
Yes.
Every time.
That is true.
Every time. So now if it starts to even drizzle, I'm out the door and I wait in the barn. I'm like, I will not be trapped in this house again. So our very first time we went, we were in setup. It was extremely tense in there. I mean, like the energy, you could have cut it. Like you could have swam through it. It was that dramatic. And so we're setting up, nerves, a craziness because you could feel it. And the next thing you know, hail starts coming down. We all are trapped in the house because we couldn't get to the barn because it was too hard. It came down that fast. And so we're all trapped in this tiny little house in the kitchen, huddled together. And the next thing we know, there's 70-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm not sure how big I think it was like golf ball size hail knocked out the windows. We had shards
wow.
of glass the size of dinner plates flying through the house at us. It was insane. And like the house shook. It literally shook. And we cried, we screamed. I don't know what happened. When it was over and we could run, we ran for the barn, and we were all rocking back and forth, trying to get a hold of Johnny to come help us. And he thought we were crazy. And yeah, so it was pretty intense, but he came, cleaned it up, boarded it up, and we went back in. So I guess we weren't too wussy about it.
Not at all. No, I remember that storm because a big tornado had gone through Maryville, Missouri, the college town that's just almost straight south of there, about 45 minutes or so. And my great aunt had lived up there at the time, so
Gosh,
we were concerned.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little.
I'm
I
sure.
bet so.
So it was crazy. I don't even know what happened. And every time I go, I think, Wendy, even when we went, it rained, didn't it?
I think it did earlier in the day.
Did it? I don't remember. It's like, I think it was kind of drizzling, and I was in the attic and it started raining and I bolted out the door. I'm like, nope, not here.
I do remember there was a key locked in the trunk incident.
Oh, for the love of God.
I remember you saying that. Oh my gosh.
Oops. But yeah, that's how bad the nerves were at that point.
It's been crazy. So yes, so I have a storm every time. I've been touched. I've had all kinds of equipment go off. EVPs, like amazing EVPs. I've done experiments there that have like just the results have been absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, why don't you tell about one of the experiments, because that's one thing that I've actually been doing, trying to do in our group too.
Okay.
Is like when somebody is about ready to go to a certain spot, they say a phrase or a password or something, and then the other group, like the next week or whatever. Anyway, you can explain it better.
So that was one of them. What we did, actually, we did 2 experiments that night. And we went in May with a group, or no, let me back it up. We went in August. It started in August. And so we went in, and my friend Kelly, who lives in Wisconsin, was going to go the very next week, like to the day.
Right, that's right.
And
I remember that.
we had plotted out, I'm going to go in the attic, I'm going to say a phrase, and then you go in there and you ask for the phrase, you know. And here's me trying to be all philosophical, like I'm going to come up with something really cool to say. And I'm sitting in the attic, and my son was with me, and I'm somebody else, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, it's time. And I'm like, okay, my friend's Kelly's coming. I need to say this phrase so you can prove that you really exist. This is just, all you have to do is repeat this to her when she asks for it. And all that came out of my mouth was, can you tell Kelly that Char's favorite color is blue? And I'm like, that was stupid. And I'm like, I'm going to repeat it 2 more times just for, you know, prosperity's sake, that I say it 3 times. And after the 3rd time I say it, my son leans over to me and whispers, Mom, your favorite color is purple. And I'm like, I know, but we're going to go with blue. And he's like, okay. She goes back the next week. The only EVP she gets is when she goes in the attic. The only time her K2 goes off is when she asks the question. And then she's like, my friend Char was here, and she gets this guy screaming at her on the EVP, the color blue. And we're like, whoa, what? So fast forward to May of the next year, both me and Kelly go together and we bring somebody else. And we had a new idea for an experiment. So when we went into the house, we didn't talk about the house, the people, anybody involved with the house whatsoever. We were silent as we were setting everything up. Now, this person was totally aware of the color experiment. And so she'd walked by the attic and just said, in there is where we did our last experiment. she gets an EVP of a woman saying color blue and purple. I'm like, what?
That's
Insane.
awesome.
Yeah. So, we did stuff. I went back again with another group. We got cussed at and growled at and like just wanted to chase us the heck out of there. I went back again with another group and we were taking pictures outside of the house and they morphed my face. And I'm like, that's not me. Of course, now it started raining, so we all ran for the barn because they're like, nobody wants to be in the house with Shar when it storms, which I get. So we started taking pictures to pass the time with the house behind us. Yeah, I don't know whose face is where I am. We even switched people out, like switch sides, and everybody else is completely fine, but not me. And then we're like, let's take a group shot and put Shar right in the middle and see what happens. At this point, there's 5 of us in this group. I'm the only person that you can see, and my eyes are blacked out.
Ooh.
And I'm like, this is the moment in the movies where I go psycho and kill you all. I'm like, and we hadn't even investigated yet. We'd been there 45 minutes, and I'm like, I'm out.
I mean, it was sounding like The Grudge or Ring to me.
Yeah, The Ring,
I'm
where
just
your
saying.
face.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane. I'm like, I don't know what is in store for me this year. But you know what? How this life has been going this year, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that.
So who knows? We'll see what happens this time.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's quite. Now I'm kind of like the one that anybody wants to go to Verliska, they're like, call Shar. And I'm like, it's not like going to Disney for me, you guys. It really isn't.
Well, when next time I come up there, you're gonna have to go with me. So
That's a deal. I would love to go with you. I would be so tickled pink to go with you for sure.
That would be awesome. It's like, okay, so Wendy and Shar, it's a date.
Yes.
Jake, you want to come too? Gonna come with me?
Yeah, sure. What the hell? I'll go. I'm always down for a haunted house with axe murdered people. Like,
and
totally.
then we can drive down to Atchison.
Oh my God.
The Sally
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
I'm gonna
and then-
need lots of therapy.
And then, yes.
And
I hear there's a
then-
sale on Zoloft. You'll be fine.
Right? I know, right?
It'll be
Oh my
good.
goodness.
I'll pack the nitroglycerin in my purse for sure.
Right?
We're coming from
Oh.
Washington, so we'll pack up the CBD and whatnot, and
Yeah.
everyone will just be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're talking. Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, and after Atchison, we head to Arkansas to the hotel down there.
Yeah.
Oh, the Crescent
Oh, the
Hotel.
Crescent.
The
Yes.
Crescent.
Have always wanted to go there.
Me
I
too, yeah.
absolutely love what's the name of the town now? I forget. Eureka Springs.
Eureka.
I absolutely love Eureka Springs. I mean, that place is so cute and so quaint, and these cute little Victorian homes everywhere, and these cute shops everywhere, and art galleries. It's really a very artsy little place. It's very cool, and lots of ghosts.
Yes.
So yes, it has a lot of different haunted places too. So yeah,
Totally have to check
I was
that out.
actually thinking about moving there one time.
What?
Yeah, a long time ago. A very long time ago.
She had a
Even
ball and
before the
chain
things.
then.
Yes. Yeah, sad.
I know
Wanted
if
to get
I
rid
ever
of it.
said, if I ever said, yeah, I want to move to Arkansas, next thing you know, I'd be in the loony wagon.
Yeah, yes, you would.
Wait.
That's code for help.
This was after I lived in Missouri, so it was just like just saying
Mhm.
it's a little not too far.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Shar, you sent us some EVPs, and I will
Yeah.
say there was the one that was on SoundCloud that said storms. I could not download that,
That's okay.
but I've got the other 3. So
Okay.
you've got one that says in the attic, and then the others are
Oh,
just
yeah.
the others are just time stamped.
Aw.
So which would you like me to play? Do you want me to start with in the attic?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do
you want
that
me to
one.
explain it?
Yeah, while
Sure.
you're doing that,
Yep.
because I gotta do some prep to play it through
Okay.
the radio. So
Okay, so
go ahead.
all three of these are from that very first time with the storm. So me and one other girl go upstairs to set up the equipment, and it was just like I wanted to just crawl out of there as fast as I could and just not be there. And so we go into the attic to set up a full spectrum camera. And if you know what the Velisca attic looked like, you have to duck in this little door, go all the way into the window. And it has those two little like weird windows that look like the Amityville horror windows. So we're like, we're gonna put the camera all the way back here by the wall, facing the door, because there's claims that the door is shutting. And so we're gonna put it up here. And as we're trying to, and this is before they redid the floor. So the floor was really not stable. So you had to watch where you were walking. And so, was that like a totally weird noise you guys are hearing?
Yeah, we were like,
Yeah.
where's that coming from?
Oh, well, you're talking to me.
Oh,
so.
I forgot. I'm sharing my computer's audio. That was me adjusting the volume.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's natural phenomena.
Got a
I didn't
woodpecker
even
got in
react to
here.
it until I saw them react, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you're gonna hear every little click and clack on my computer.
Okay,
It's
that's
okay.
fine.
So we're setting up this camera, and my face is literally within a foot of the wall, all the way inside the attic. And she's like 3 feet in front of me. And I'm trying to set up this camera, and all of a sudden I feel this hot breath on the side of my face and my neck. And in my ear, I hear Shar in a guy's voice. Total gut instinct. I go, what? And I went, oh God, why did I answer that? And I'm like, and she looks at me and she's like, I heard your name. And I wouldn't even acknowledge her statement. I was like, nope, we're out. So we got the camera fixed. We went into the kids' room to check that camera. We left, and that camera that we had just set up caught this big, huge shadow going down the hallway after us.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's-
and I was
wow.
yelling downstairs to everybody downstairs, which you guys have been there. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny house.
It
I
is
was
very
yelling
tiny.
for somebody downstairs, and nobody could hear me. It was like I was shut off from the downstairs. It was crazy. It was insane.
Oh.
So that's that clip.
So
Yep.
the question, when you felt the hot breath and it went Shar, did it follow up with hubba hubba?
No.
That's good.
No, thank God. But I was like, what? And this was where I was pretty new into investigating. So that was kind of over the top to start things off. I mean, that was within 15 minutes of being there.
Well, here we go. Let me play the
Okay.
audio. It's 10 seconds long. And if you don't hear it so well, I can turn up the volume on my computer again. Just remember, you're going to hear that bloop, 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 bloop
Okay.
sound again. Okay. Here we
All
are.
right.
Just wait. Let me just turn things up. Okay.
Don't stop this at all. That's when I'm supposed to cave in. What?
I heard it at 4 seconds. Let me play it again for everyone.
I heard your name.
I'll play it 2 more times. Okay.
Wow, that's
About
so cool.
4 seconds in, I believe.
Don't stop this at all. That's when I'm supposed to cave in. What? I heard your name.
And then 1 more time for everyone.
Don't stop this at all. That's when I'm supposed to cave in. What?
That
I
is
heard
pretty
your
cool.
name.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And in time with the thunder and the rain patter.
Well,
yeah.
now this wouldn't, be an EVP. This would be a DVP.
Correct.
Since it's
Yeah.
called direct voice phenomena, since
Yeah.
they heard it with their own ears. So, I mean, just saying, I was just going to say
Ooh.
people that. So, yes. But
Mhm.
that is awesome that she
So-
heard it too.
Yeah. So
And-
for
yeah.
audio levels for the listeners, folks who might be in the chat, can you let me know, was that loud enough for you? Because there's not much more I can do to turn it up.
Medea heard it.
Okay.
Ashley heard
Ashley.
it.
Okay.
and I
So
believe
it's a good
Ciara
volume
did
for
too.
everyone. Okay, cool. Okay, Shar. So I've got 2 more. I guess we have to listen to them. They're just time stamped.
Okay.
So let me go ahead, cue it up.
Listen hard.
And this is a 20-second clip.
Oh,
So
okay.
Shar, you can tell us where it is, or you could tell us to stop, and then I can replay it if we don't want to listen, if people don't want to
Okay.
do the full 20 seconds here. Okay, here we go. Okay, Shar, what
Yeah, no, this
what
is
was just
chilling.
going on there?
Oh, my stomach just fell out of my butt.
No, this is
Again.
really chilling.
So this was actually after the storm. So this is hours after we'd been there. Actually, and the storm had hit, we had ran out to the barn, and we had been out in the barn. Oh God, I think we had to be out there for an hour or more waiting for the cleanup process and whatever. So this was at a point when absolutely nobody was in the house. And it's what we take it to be is a residual EVP. This was down, I believe this recorder was in the kitchen. And what our feeling is this is capturing what would have happened in the blue room with Lena and
girls.
Ina Stillinger. And it very much sounds like a residual of the actual murder taking place, because you can hear this girl scream, you hear the running, you hear the thumping, you hear her screams kind of die off a little bit, and then right at the end you hear a male voice saying, "Stop moving around."
Okay, let's play that back. Now, when you heard this was an overnight investigation?
This was an overnight investigation, but at this point there's absolutely nobody in the house.
Okay. I was just thinking if they knew what time the murders happened and
I don't think they truly know, but you can sense that somewhere around like 11:30ish, there's a train that comes through.
Okay.
Almost all the time. And when that train comes through, you feel the whole energy shift.
Oh, wow.
And there's
okay.
thought that he had used the train horn sounds to mask some of the sounds. However,
Okay.
you don't hear a train EVP in the actual audio, so that residual didn't catch in there if that would happen. But this actual EVP was probably, I don't remember exactly. I'm going to say somewhere after 9 o'clock.
Okay. So I'll play it again twice, and
Okay.
then Shar, you can interject. I think hearing the little girl obvious enough, but you might want to let us know where the other.
It's towards the end of it.
It's just right at the very end, you'll hear a guy's voice come in, say, "Stop moving around."
All right, here we go, folks. Here I am playing it again. Okay. Heard that. But one more time, though, for everyone. That's some good stuff. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
put this up on mysticmooncafe.com?
No, go right ahead.
Okay,
And
I'll
Give
do
you
a
credit.
I
little
know
EVP
there's
gallery.
some, like, we heard talking in there, like there's some slight conversation going on with the male voice, or there are two male voices, but it was just, we couldn't enhance it. We couldn't seem to figure out what they were saying, but we definitely could hear the voices chattering during that event. So that was extremely emotional, heartbreaking when we discovered that one.
Yeah. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, and luckily we did not hear that one till we were on our way home.
Right.
Had we
Okay.
heard that after the storm, I would have left the country.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
interesting though that happened after the storm. I think that really might have stirred up
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
something.
Mhm.
All
It's
the
really
ionic
interesting.
energy.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mhm.
thinking.
Yeah. Okay. The next EVP, this is the third and last one we
Mhm.
have for you, Shar. It's a 35-second clip. Let me play it and then we'll discuss. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay. So that one was down in the blue room. Again, this is after the storm and we'd gone back in, and it actually, the energy had completely shifted. Like it was calmer, it felt playful. So we were going to try to interact with the girls. And so I was actually getting ready to walk out of the room after setup. And then I don't even remember what I was going to do, but I remember I was getting ready to leave the room, and you can hear me saying that one's Lena and that one's Ina. Like I had set up trigger objects for each one with a flashlight. So they each had their little things. So we knew who was talking and whatever. And so right almost at the very beginning, you hear this kind of voice come in, a little childish voice, and it says, Shar's going. And then you hear us talking about the setup. And then right towards the end, you hear this little girl go, Nikki, come play with us, which was my daughter who was with us.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's the two voices you're listening for, is Shar's going and then Nikki, come play with us.
Okay, and they're at bookends of the audio.
Pretty
clip.
much, like within like the first like 10 seconds on each side.
Okay, here we go,
Sounds like a
folks. I'm
voice
going to
out of
play it
place.
again twice. Here we go. And one more time for you. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we were divided if it says Shar's coming or Shar's going. So I'll leave that up to whoever listens to it, how they want to interpret that one. But you can hear the Nikki play with us. And she had at that point refused to move anywhere outside of that parlor room. She was like, I am not going anywhere else in this house. And I didn't blame her since the storm and everything. So she wouldn't move. So I think they were trying to get her to interact.
How old is your daughter there?
She was 17.
She was 17. So she was a teenager. It wasn't like she was a.
Yeah. Yeah. She's terrified of all this stuff. She's like, Mom, I really want to go with you. And this was our first time going. So I'm like, okay, let's go. She didn't like me very well after that.
It sounds like Lisa and her daughter Madison.
Yeah.
When it happened at the old Montana State Prison.
However, I told her if she had boyfriends or dates that they had to pass the Velisca test if they wanted to be serious.
Good
Except
thinking.
you were hiding in one of the closets with an axe just to
Just to see how they react.
But the cool part about it was like all the kids' friends knew about it, and they knew that. So whenever they would say, well, if you want to go out with me, you're gonna have to go to Velisca with my mom. Some were like, okay, and some were like, no.
You're like, yeah, he's a wuss. You don't want him. Oh, that's awesome. It's like, thank you, Sharp.
Now, Sierra in the chat, Facebook chat, is asking, when you recorded the direct voice phenomena, what is that exactly? Is it an echo of the experience, or do you think that past experience is replaying over and over for those girls?
Well, I think that would be an intelligent.
Oh, which one? The direct one I think referred to the one where they said my name.
Yeah.
That was pure intelligence because I'd never been there before. The one with the girls screaming, I seriously, in my heart of hearts, really hope that's just an audio imprint and it's not an actual replaying of events for them.
No, I bet it's an audio imprint. I'm sure
it
is.
And even if somebody tells me otherwise, I'm sticking to my story on it being audio.
Exactly. Exactly.
She meant the girls screaming, actually.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
really thinking that's just an audio imprint.
Mhm.
So I've
Yeah.
never heard anybody else encounter that, like
Yeah.
audio wise, like in
And
the
since it was
house.
after a storm, everything like that, I think
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
just probably
Yeah.
triggered something. The violence, a violence in the air and all that feeling and your feelings in there and everything of yeah, I'm sure.
Well, and it was interesting because when we went, that was the year of like, was it the 99th year anniversary or something?
Oh
And
yeah.
on that eve of them doing it, Johnny had gone in and done the reenactment. I don't know if you guys ever saw that video.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he had gone in and done a reenactment that had nobody got hurt, but it almost seems like he got entranced because he was playing the role of the murderer.
Murderer.
And so he said he actually hadn't been back in the house until that night. So it could have been the combination of him
Yeah.
coming back in, the storm, us, the whole thing. And on top of that, there was 8 of us there, which there was 8 people killed. So
Wow. Just
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it had such a
Yes.
high body count. I thought it was only.
Yeah.
It
It was
yeah,
the
whole
mom, dad,
family.
4 kids, and 2 neighbor girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. It's really
Yeah.
intense.
It
Exactly.
is.
Mhm. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
On a
how do we
cheerier
follow that one
subject of
up?
the dead.
Yeah.
I need to hug Boo. Where's Boo?
Let me get Boo. Let me get Boo.
There we go. Thank you.
I
Oh.
have to say, I'm gonna hack y'all up. Oh my God, Boo, you're so naughty. Stop that. I might have had the Chucky soul implanted. I don't know.
Oh no.
That's Chucky soul implanted in
Oh,
Boo.
you know what? He's been knocking boots with Voodoo Queen.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Mhm.
Let's see the offspring of that.
The offspring.
Oh yeah, the offspring is the corn husk.
Oh my
There you go.
goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh. Well, thank you. Thank you, Shar. That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No
Yes.
problem. Glad to cheer it up a little bit.
Yeah. Now we're like, oh.
Orbit like that. It's okay.
I know. I mean, honestly, if you go there, I mean, you get stuff that happens. Well, if you go with me, obviously you will probably, but I can't guarantee that. But it seems to be the trend. But I
Mhm.
mean, you do tend to get stuff like EVPs, man. Like I think from that first visit, we had over 75 EVPs. It
Oh,
was
wow.
just insane. And I don't know, it just something seems to always happen, but you have to respect that house because the house wants to provoke. I mean, it's got a mind of its own, so you really have to be mindful and careful. I don't go with anybody that I've never investigated with or I don't know for a really long time, just because I'd like to think that I'm pretty brave, but by now when I go there, that doesn't quite happen very well. So it's I've got to make sure I know who I'm with. And there's one rule for every group that ever goes with me: you don't leave Shar alone at all.
So, can we just nickname you the bait?
It's been done. It's been done.
We can put cameras on you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll watch from
No.
we'll watch from the
around you
barn.
Winchester style. It's good.
Oh.
No, we'll just watch from the barn.
Oh God, no! It won't happen. It won't
Good
happen. I'm
margaritas.
telling you right now, it won't happen.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
great
I won't
Mexican
even
restaurant.
I won't even sit in the barn by myself. Like, you don't go anywhere. Like, I am with you completely. It was funny the last time I went. Me and one other girl were in the room, and she literally wanted to like reach outside the door to get extra batteries, and it was just out of her reach. And she walked out the door. I grabbed her ankle and dragged with her because I'm like, "You don't leave me."
Mhm.
I do it.
Oh.
We could take bets, you know, for a charitable cause. That would be Big Daddy Dollars at Cash Money.
Good save, Jake. Good save.
You know, and we could just take bets on how long, you know, for the jump scares to happen.
Right.
You know, we'd be like 5 minutes, 10 seconds in, she joked right out that chair.
I'm gonna say it's like
Okay.
0.002.
That's a lot of charity money
Yeah.
right here. Okay.
Oh God. Well, thank you again, Shar. We really appreciate it. Those are so amazing. I mean, really are amazing.
Yeah, it's
I'll-
interesting. I'll keep you posted what happens later this year.
Okay.
Please
Aces.
do.
Please
We'll have you
please
back
do.
to talk about
Yes, I would
Yeah.
like that.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you.
that. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was cool. I always tell people about that EVP, or you know, it's like, but nobody like really can fathom it until you hear it. And you know, I don't think anybody was screaming that way in the house at that time of night.
Oh,
So-
Medea's got a question. She's asking, how do you feel after you've been there?
Exhausted.
Even our
It's
little
that nerve wracking.
even our little time that we had there, it was a little intense. I mean, you know,
Yes.
nothing really happened even there, but it's very dark and imposing. And we were there like at was like 100 degrees in the middle of the day or something. I
Right.
can't
Yes.
remember.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was like, whoo,
Yeah, but
man.
it's Iowa. It's going to be 100 degrees in the middle of the day. Yeah.
It really was.
Like here today.
Wow. So
Anyway, yes.
What's
More
next?
EVPs. Well, let me.
oh,
we
why
can
don't
get
you
on-
play Medea's?
Oh,
Medea's on here.
Just wait. Let me open
Oh,
up
sorry.
my June EVP
Sorry.
folder.
I didn't
And-
ask Medea if I could play it, but she likes to share it. So
So copyright infringement claims can be sent to WTF.com. And, you know, there we go.
but I always give her credit that this is her EVP. I don't say, well, this is my EVP at
No,
Wellington.
this is from Medea.
This is one of my favorite ones at Wellington.
Yeah, just wait. We got a whole lot of EVPs
Oh,
in
sorry.
your folder.
I think it says AAA.
Wellington.
Yes.
Wellington put it out.
That's the only
Okay.
one from Wellington. So we
One
can
moment,
hear this.
please.
Yeah, sorry,
I have
if
to
you can
cue
hear this.
it up.
But this was when Medea was there and they had a big bonfire going, and the bonfire kind of it kind of shifted, and then all of a sudden it was like a big flare up of the fire, and then they hear this little voice happen.
So this is only a 2-second clip. Listen in.
Oh, okay.
And folks, chime in if it's not loud enough for you because it's going to be so short. I've got it cranked up as much as I can, though. Here we go. One more time. And one last time. Okay, I heard that.
Can you hear it pretty good?
Yeah, I heard
I
it
have
pretty
to, have to tell you what it says, or it was in the name of the EVP.
Mhm.
But especially when you hear it pretty closely, and she's got the original one, so it sounds a lot clearer
Mhm.
than this one, because this is kind of a hand-me-down EVP. You know, you get these hand-me-downs. Yes, the copy of a copy. But yeah, it does sound like, and it's a really nice Class A EVP. And Class A means it's extremely clear, and people, when they hear it, they usually all agree what it says. And this sounds like a little boy saying, "Put it out." So
Was that recorded digitally or like on tape?
I think it was digitally.
Okay.
Yeah, I might be wrong. Medea, tell me if I'm wrong.
She's in the chat. She's saying, June, you don't know what the F you are. What? No,
She's like,
this is a
June, I'm
family
gonna kick your
show.
ass, June.
Well, since we got June EVPs up right now,
Shall we
Okay.
then?
yeah, let's take
go
a
ahead.
little jaunt through June's EVP garden.
Whee!
You people, get out of the gutter, please.
There
We're
are no
just playing
gutters.
some dead voices. Cardi,
Dead. Digital.
I've got a boo for you.
Aw.
Oh.
Yeah, don't give me booze butt. Oh my God, Boo's twerking
Boo
now.
twerk.
So sad. It's so sad.
I love this video element. Yeah,
Me
so which
too.
one we play next?
Okay. Well, what is next down the line?
We've got 3 clips that just say audio clip, but I've
Oh,
got
man.
baby. Just wait. Let
Oh,
me
yeah.
expand.
That was one that we got at Stanwood Hotel and Saloon. I almost forgot about that one, but that's
Okay,
really clear.
Let me cue it up.
This was 3 o'clock in the morning at Stanwood Hotel and Saloon. I usually play the other EVPs, but I thought I'd try to find some EVPs I haven't played before. This one was 3 o'clock in the morning, Stanwood Hotel and Saloon in the bar. Let me just tell you, there's no babies in the bar. There was nobody else there. It was just, I think it was just me and a couple others in that area. And this is what I caught.
Okay, folks, this is another 2-second one. If you don't hear it very well, let me know. But like I said, I've got it cranked up. Here we go. Yeah, it was pretty clear. One more time. And one last time.
So maybe it might not be a baby crying. It might be somebody that's saying, aha, or something. I don't know. But
or they're going, shots.
But it was, but there was no sound like that. We did not hear that with our own ears. It was an EVP.
Okay. So we've got next in your list. This is all alphabetical. Okay. So I've got Brandy Merlin.
This really isn't an EVP, but it's an interesting clip. We were investigating an old antique shop. It was a complete brick antique shop. We were hearing knocking from someplace, and we couldn't figure out where this knocking was coming from. But Merlin, who was in our group, she had asked that, well, if this is, if this is something, I don't know, if this is you, knock louder. And then all of a sudden it starts knocking louder. We could never tell where it came from, and then it finally faded away. So it was really interesting.
So this is a longer clip. It's 26 seconds long. So here we go.
Bang something really loud.
I just think it's funny that when you ask that question, it got louder.
Yeah, I noticed that. Thinking that too.
That one's pretty clear. Do you want me to play it again just for everyone, or just one more time?
Again,
maybe
Sam.
one more time. Yeah, just one more time.
Bang something really loud.
I just think it's funny that when you ask that question, it got louder.
Yeah, I noticed that. Thinking that too.
Yeah, it was really strange that night. We couldn't figure out where the knocking was coming from. And since it was solid brick, I don't know if you've tried to knock on solid brick, but it doesn't echo. It doesn't echo knock. It basically breaks your knuckles, and still
there's a nice little a little if you do it hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was fascinating. That was an old antique store in Tacoma.
Okay, next up we have Centralia Growling Voice. I think this one came from Melissa from A Ghost.
Yeah, this one's a little this was Melissa's. This is a little bit hard though, because there are some people screaming outdoors, but then you hear this gravelly voice from indoors, and we have no idea really what it's saying.
Okay.
What do you think? Class C EVP on that one?
Well, just wait. I'll listen and then critically judge.
Yes.
Yes. Like, how people say there will be no judgment. Yeah, there'll be judgment.
But there are people screaming. So you hear some redneck is screaming something. Oh, sorry. I'm judging. Sorry. Sorry.
I was actually going to back you up and not shame. Okay. Let's listen to our.
You'll see what I mean.
Allegedly Class C EVP. One moment. Here we go. It's 15 seconds. Let's go.
All right, time call.
12:30.
One more time.
The very
Okay.
end is what you hear when you hear
Yeah,
the EVP.
it's
the very
after
end.
drunken good old boys, you know, tapping the
They say like, "Get out of here,"
shit
or
kickers.
something like that.
All right, time call.
12:30.
Yeah, I mean, because you couldn't make it out. It's a growling voice, so I mean, it would get classified, I think, as a C because it's not
Yeah,
actual words.
I've tried to hear it over. Melissa had an idea of what she thought it was, but you know, it was hard to tell. But it was really kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Next up, let's see what we got. We have EVP Office 1. Was that the...
No, I think this is actually from the old teen center.
Yeah,
that
okay.
I investigated. Okay.
One moment while I queue it up. Do we need to critically judge you for this one?
No, this should be pretty this should be pretty loud. You can judge me anytime.
I would never judge you, June.
I know.
No, I wouldn't
Not
judge
in front
you,
of my
June.
face. No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know,
I love
it depends on the bourbon. It depends on, you know.
You judge me in front of my face.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
So hard for me.
Well, see, when I first went into this was an old teen center in Bellevue. It's torn down now, and it's a parking lot, I think. But when I first came in there, I had said, "Is there anybody in here with me?" I was actually in there all by myself, and I was irritated about something, and I was talking about, well, it's so hard for me. I don't know what it was. I can't remember, but I was irritated, I think, because nobody would go up there with me. I think that was it. I couldn't get anybody to go up there with me because some people have gotten freaked out in there before. So I couldn't get anybody else to go with me. So I was on there all by myself, and I said, "Is there anybody in here with me?" And then all of a sudden, I was talking about, I couldn't get anybody here to go up with me, here with me. And it's so hard for me, because I was irritated. And then all of a sudden, we get this voice.
Well, let's play it again for everyone. It was spooky.
So hard for me.
I gotta tell you, right before it talks, it sounds like someone's saying something too. Like there's a repeating sound. Let's listen to it again. I thought it was going, June, 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 June. Like, kill, kill, kill. But here,
Right.
let's listen. Before it comes in, I swear I'm hearing something. Unless it's just background noise, which could be the case.
So hard for me.
Actually, I think that there was an air conditioner
that
was running. So I think that was the little sound of that.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think it said? What did you think it said?
I heard nobody.
Okay, that's what I heard. Somebody else said they
I had
thought
to
it was
listen.
something else.
I had to listen like twice. The second time. It's crowd, audience. Would you like me to play it again, or do you want me to find another juicy, spooky EVP from a demon from hell, Mephistopheles, reaching out from the pits?
I don't think we've gotten any demon EVPs though.
Play it again, Sam.
I'll play it one more time. Here we go.
So hard for me.
When I hear it again, it sounds like it's saying something right before you hear the nobody.
Yeah.
But I definitely a nobody. Okay.
Nobody.
Let's move on. So now Teen Center, I had A.
Okay, now this one is kind of interesting. This one, I just left the room because I was talking to somebody. I said, Oh, I said, I need to go get a cup of coffee. And I left the room and left my recorder going in there. So I was going to go down, get a cup of coffee and go back into the room and continue an EVP session. This is what happened when I left the room after I said, I need to go get a cup of coffee.
That is so wild. Oh my goodness. I got a little like heebie-jeebies out of that one.
I know. It's one of my favorites.
Just wait.
Oh
Let's play it
my.
again and see what I'm going to play it again. See, I heard bitch 2 creams.
No. It did not say bitch 2 creams. But I mean, you can hear that's another class A, you know, I want it.
That's a good ass. That's loves me that one. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones that I've ever gotten. I have to say, one of them.
Just one more time for shizzles and giggles.
That was also in the old teen center. It used to be an old church. It was built actually in 1906. And it was an old church, and for a while they say it was a funeral home. I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of information about it being a funeral home, but and then they tore it down.
Okay, we've got one that's just labeled girl voice. That might be out of the American Cancer Center that Tammy Lynn recorded, but let me double check.
Okay, if that's you that's lightening it up, can you make it go to yellow over here?
Yep, that was the American Cancer Center. It came right at the beginning. Let's
Tammy.
do it one more time.
Okay, if that's you that's lightening it up, can you make it go to yellow over here?
Yep, I heard that.
Yeah.
Sounded
one
like
more
a little
time
girl.
for fun.
Okay, if that's you that's lightening it up, can you make it go to yellow over here?
Yep.
That's cool.
That's definitely from the American Cancer Center or American Cancer Society.
Right.
Next up, we've got you and Ross at this one says other side of hotel.
Oh, is this the J&M? JM?
J&M Cafe. Yeah, this one's sounds like a copy of a copy, so it might be a little hard to hear for folks.
Should I tell it?
I think I heard it right before.
Yeah, it was right before the second time Ross speaks. And this was at the old J&M Cafe upstairs in the old hotel part that we got to investigate quite a few years ago. And it was really interesting. We went to this room and you know, it used to be an old brothel up there too. And so, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I hope we get another chance to investigate it again because it's really cool up there.
Anytime I hear brothel or bordello, I'm like, should I bring cash?
Yeah. So, you might get a reaction. You never know. But this whole area up there was incredible. It's like, it was in ruins, of course, but it was like 15, 20-foot ceilings. The windows, were those 15-foot tall windows that were, still beveled because they're original, from the 1890s. It was just really incredible. But anyway, we went into this one room and it was just really a weird feeling in there. It was just Ross and I on that side and nobody else was around us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a request to play it again, so let's do that. We're playing it again just for you, Medea. I can't really make out what she's saying.
Now, what I think it says, and it's better because, you hear a better recording of it. When we were looking at all the bric-a-brac in the walls and on the furnace and on the radiator, I think it says something about look at the rafters.
Okay. We have a question from the audience, Ms. Jennifer Bishop. Have you ever gone back to the spots where the buildings were torn down and see if you could catch anything in that same
I was
location?
really thinking about that because, I thought, especially from the old teen center, I was really thinking we ought to go back there to that spot and see if we can find anything. But I have not personally done that to, a lot of the places.
Mhm.
But I would like to do that because I was thinking about that.
Okay. Next one, second floor of the same hotel. So let's cue this one up. So I guess this is in near. June is having a kerfluffle. She's kerfluffling. She's now drinking some Jamesons, and she's saying "F that." Where's my fireball? And so I'll just play this EVP while she is binge drinking behind the scenes. Okay, one moment.
Sorry, that was the same thing.
That time. Yeah, it's the same thing.
A better recording.
Yeah, better recording. So let's play one more time. So. Yeah. So that was a better.
I just think that's interesting how, we're looking at the bric-a-brac around there. And, who knows what it was really.
Another J&M, which I am dying to get into the J&M since it's vacant now, or did it get new owners yet? Oh yeah, it's
Not
like
yet.
we've been in Pioneer Square, right?
Yeah.
So here is one from the same very haunted hotel brothel.
I hope it's not the same thing.
Oh, I think this one's different.
To be very flirtatious. He's known for
I think I heard it right after you said flirtatious.
to be very flirtatious. He's known for
I don't know what it
Yeah, I'm
says
not
though,
sure
but
what
it's
it says
definitely a
either.
woman's voice.
Yeah, and nothing else. Nobody was saying anything then.
Okay.
Ross was talking to me.
So we've got a Barkerville one up next with the
Oh, yeah.
pot.
I think that was in Barkerville, British Columbia. This is the one I played not too long ago, though. But this is the one with we are investigating an old Chinese opium den that nobody has even been in there in this building for like over a couple decades. It's over, I think, over 100 and something years old.
So at this time, one would be smoking the opium, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we didn't have to worry about century-old rusty hypodermics, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
That's good.
Here we go. This is June in Barkerville with Chunky Ghosts. That sounds like some old dude hollering outside.
Yeah, it was inside. Yeah,
Oh,
we
inside.
have no idea if it was another language. It kind of sounded like another language. But we didn't hear this at the time with our ears. So
Let's do one more time for the crew. That's a pretty good one.
yeah, it's very interesting. So but that's a cool place to investigate. Oh my God.
I've got Lake View Whisper next.
This is Lakeview Cemetery. This is when we were just having a nice little walk around the cemetery. I laid the recorder on a tombstone and we walked away from it. There is a playground in the background. It's by the cemetery, so the children can play by the dead. And so just saying, you're going to hear children's voices, but those are live children. At least we think so. Yeah.
What? I told you we were morbid. Come on. Don't make me have Boo twerk you again.
Yes, no boot, no twerking boo.
I think that was at the end, right?
Yes, it was at the end.
So, okay. One more time. It's like it's on the plane, the flight plan.
Yeah, it does.
So
Well, it was really funny because I said, because you can hear me, I said, I'm going to leave this here. And then I walk away. And as soon as I walk away, it sounds like a woman's voice saying, come walk with me.
Mhm. Next up, I've got PC second floor.
PC. Preston Castle.
Oh yeah, so
Sounds like.
I got to
Like
tell you,
PC.
I think when we went to Preston Castle, if this was the one like 2 years ago, maybe, I came
Yeah, I
with
was
all my
trying to think.
gadgets, all the cameras, all the super sensitive mic, blah blah blah. I got jack shit. Everyone else got stuff.
I don't know what happened with you. That was so weird.
I had a buzz cut. I got that military demeanor. I might have scared away the kids. I don't know.
But yeah, but this actually I think was a DVP. I don't think it was an EVP.
Okay.
Which one or whichever one
Okay.
you play.
Let's see if
Because
this
there's
one.
several.
I know Lisa and Tammy got some good stuff, so let's see if. Yeah, I definitely heard the. Mhm.
Okay, was
That's
this
like when
the
we're
run?
No, it was a sigh or something like
Oh, okay.
that. But this, I think, was just recorded while we were packing up and getting ready to transition to different parts of the castle. But one more time for folks. And we've got another Preston Castle. We got a few Preston Castles.
Yeah, I
coming
got a
up.
few in there.
So let me cue. Here we go.
It's a little hard to hear, but in the middle, it's right in the middle.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it crystal clear. And
Now,
one more
to
time.
me, I was going to say,
Okay, what was that?
to me, what do you think it sounded like? Now
To me,
we
it
hate
sound-
to. I was going to say we hate to tell people what we think it sounds like because we don't want to really put it in your head. But since this is for our show, well.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I'll put up I'm putting the gallery up
Yeah,
so you can re-listen all you want. I thought it said something like let go.
Really?
Yeah.
See, this is okay. Now this would be what a class B because we both
Yeah.
are thinking. I thought it said my room.
Oh, I could totally get that, but I heard a harder O sound at
Did you
the
hear a
end.
harder O? Okay.
Yeah, let's just replay and replay
Okay,
and
let's try
replay
it
and
again.
drive all the listeners insane.
This
It's only
is
3
you.
seconds, people. Come on. Am I getting shit in the comments? Okay. Someone else heard let go too. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And bedroom.
No, I'm not getting bedroom out of it or my room. I'm not.
I'm hearing a ooh on the last syllable.
Actually, to me, it sounds like Scooby Doo saying "Roar."
Maybe it is. Maybe it's one of the boys pretending to be Scooby Doo.
You know what? It's that little bastard Scrappy. He's teasing.
Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo. Puppy power.
Oh God, I
Pun.
hated Scrappy.
Yeah, ditto. I did like his dumb cousin though.
Yes, was it
Scooby Dum.
Scooby Dum, yeah. Scooby Dum.
So we're back in Preston Castle. We've got another one for the folks. Let's cue this puppy up. This is 12 seconds.
Okay.
I can see how many silent room can make you go insane.
I'm not sure what that said.
Yeah, let's go again.
I can see how many silent room can make you go insane.
I think that's like totally something.
Silent room can make you go insane.
That's like House on Haunting Hill or Haunting of Hill House or whatever creepy.
Yeah.
It sounded like a woman
something
that
10 or something.
Yeah, I thought it said I'm dead or something like that.
You know, it could have said that. That even like makes it better.
I got like this, But,
Okay,
you
let's
know,
just do this one again because it's
Okay,
creepy
let's get
and
this
we're
one again.
fascinated by it. So let's just do it. Computer, work with me. My computer is not happy with me streaming like lots of things. Not porn, people.
Wasn't
Here
gonna
we go
say
again.
anything. Oh,
I can see how the silent room can make you go insane.
Oh no, it doesn't say I'm dead.
no, I think it does. I
Yeah?
think it says I'm dead.
One more. Let's just do
I
this again
think
because
it
it's creepy
does.
AF.
I really do now.
Okay.
I can see how the silent room can make you go insane.
You know, it could be I'm
Now-
dead. Someone
now
said
that
liked him.
Like now that it's in my head now, that's all I'm hearing is
Just
I'm
wait
dead.
one more time because it was following. I think that was Ryan's voice.
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
it?
Ryan. Yeah.
Okay, let's listen again.
I can see how the silent room can make you go insane.
You let's influence people. That was awesome.
We like to have fun on the MMC.
Yes, we do.
well, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
back to serious dead talk.
Yes, dead talk.
I never thought I'd say back to serious.
Serious dead talk.
Okay, here we go. This is another Preston Castle. Looks like this is our last Preston Castle one.
This must be the DVP.
This would be with Tammy and Lisa. Here we go.
That you don't have. I just heard a whisper. That was you guys, right? What? You just made that whisper. No. That you don't have. I just heard a whisper. That was you guys, right? What? You just made that whisper. No.
Yeah, that was definitely a dude's voice. One more time.
Yeah, and it's just me, Tammy, and Lisa.
That you don't have. I just heard a whisper. That was you guys, right? What? You just made that whisper. No.
Yeah, that was a good one. You can't make it
Yeah.
out though.
Well, it kind of sounds like because I've listened to it like 150 times trying to hear what it says. And this is what paranormal investigators do. If you think everything's so glamorous, we listen to the same clip 7,000 times to see if we can make, any sense out of it. But to me, and I'm going to say this because so I can influence you a little more, it's almost sounds like it says, like, take a look at my room. Take a look at my room. I don't know.
We have a lot of horny ghosts tonight.
I think so. But it was really interesting because I thought I heard them whisper, and I was like, why are they whispering for one one thing?
Mhm.
And why is like Lisa talking so low? She sounds like a man. And then I'm like, was that you guys? And they're like, no. But they thought they heard it too. So it was pretty cool. So we heard it with our own ears. We did not just hear it on the audio
Mhm.
recorder.
Okay, next up we have Phantom Walkie-Talkie. This would be Tammy and the American Cancer Society investigation. This one's quick. I'll play it a couple times.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It was the walkie-talkie when the walkie-talkie went off.
But what was the
That
whisper?
was- Oh, you heard a whisper?
Yeah, at the very end, kind of under.
Oh, okay. Because I thought when she had it listed, it was the walkie-talkie, but one more time.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you can hear that at the end. I thought it was
Almost
the
it's like,
walkie-talkie.
No one.
Yeah.
Didn't it sound like that? It didn't sound like something said, no one.
Just wait one more time.
I don't know.
No one. Yeah, I could
No
hear
one.
Or was
Snow
it
White, no one, whatever.
that. This one might be fun to play.
What's that?
Oh,
Well, let's just play it. I'm reading the title. And I'm like, ooh, this, gives me kind of giggles just reading the title.
Yeah, there's one back there. Okay, so which one was it?
Oh.
A little bit of a moan.
Yeah, there's one back there. Okay, so which one was it?
So
Yeah, there's one back there. Okay, so which one was it?
She might just had some chocolate ice cream after a long time.
Was that one I sent? Did I send you that?
Yeah, that's definitely not mine.
I was trying to think which one. Where was that hat? Wow, this is how bad senility is.
That's okay, girl. We'll get you that. We'll get you that salmon oil infused with a little something.
Please.
We've got a St. Augustine, so this must have been from Florida.
This is from Florida. Yeah, that we we got really lucky. We got to investigate it. There was this one girl who she was, I was going to say, she was outside, so she wanted to come into. Ross had already gone all the way upstairs, or all the way up the stairs of the St. Augustine Lighthouse, and I was sitting down here with her because she had a broken leg. So it was really hot, of course, St. Augustine. And we were just kind of sitting there and we were talking about ghost hunting stuff and everything. And she was like transfixed. But then I got a voice because I had my recorder on.
Yes. Let's just play.
See, hopefully you can hear it. It's very echoey.
Okay.
Eaten alive by mosquitoes. So yes, they're all outside.
Dude, that was total ASMR.
What's that?
ASMR. That's like those little sonic soothing sounds. Like people go, and then I just went out.
Maybe that's it.
And I think I'm just gonna go to bed now.
Yeah.
That's ASMR.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, what are you talking about?
They're like all these videos. Go to the YouTubes, kids, and look up the ASMR.
Okay, I'll have
Billie Eilish has been accused of making ASMR music.
Oh, it's made me everybody nice and cozy and sleepy.
Yeah. So, do we want to play this one more time?
Sure.
And you can tell me
like
where
I
you
say,
think there's a voice.
It's very
Eaten
hard.
alive by mosquitoes. So yes, they're all outside.
It kind of
It's
sounds
hard
like
to hear that.
if you were down in a well and then you like did all this audio manipulation.
Yeah. But since this was the lighthouse, it was really echoey in there. But
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean all the concrete. And
but
stuff.
yeah. But also too, it's like, this recording is kind of,
we've got
stop coughing.
a few more. Let's see. We've got the Bordello ones, for the Shady Lady Bordello ones. They're not clearly marked. They just say this is off Ghostly when I made so I'm not really sure what's on these EVPs, but we'll play some. And then I've got one to play from University Heights Center. I had one of my favorite EVPs there.
Yes.
What? It sounds like I broke the camera. Can you hear a hoop?
Or get the camera or something.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the next one.
Do you have an extra pen?
There's a lot of audio manipulation going on in this one. I don't know why there's that clapping on it, but it sounded like someone went oh or something like that.
Or no. I think it was a no.
Okay, let's listen one more time.
Do you have an extra pen?
Yeah.
There's a really weird rumbling in there too.
Yeah. Oh, the bass. Well, so remember, guys, if you're not familiar with Centralia, it's a really bad place to investigate on the main drive, because if anyone, like, people are blasting
their that's
stereos,
right,
and the bass makes all the windows rattle.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
And I think we got one more, and then I'll play my what do you call it? My University Heights one. So here's our last Shady Lady one. I did like the Shady Lady quite a bit. But like I said, I'm down to Bordello anytime. The computer is a little sluggish from streaming right now. Okay, here we go.
I think that one says, take her.
Yeah.
I can hear that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could go there. Okay, that June, that was your EVPs.
Yes.
So I only got, there's two. Let's start with the Spooked in Seattle one that Christelle and Jill picked up. This is a really good one, guys.
I love this. Yeah.
This is a great one. And it's 19 seconds long. So here we go.
That was different. It almost to me sounds like somebody's like flicking a piece of paper.
Let me play it again.
Maybe it is just
like a 12-second mark.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And this was done in, I was just going to say this was done in the old women's bathroom in the back there. And they were there by themselves. There was nobody else around them. So it was just, Christelle and Jill in that back bathroom. And the rest of us were on the other side of the building, basically doing our Estes method.
Yeah, Estes bunk method. Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
That was different. It almost to me sounds like somebody's like flicking a piece of paper.
Okay, one more time for everyone. Put in the chat, what you think you're.
That was different.
Someone's got it.
It almost to me sounds like somebody's like flicking a piece of paper.
Isn't that a good one?
I love that. So clear. So clear.
And this is the one I got
old.
at University Heights. And here's the backstory. So actually, I was not a member of a ghost yet.
Ooh.
And this was probably 6 months, I think, before I joined. I met June and the crew on the USS Turner Joy. I did one of those tourist ghost hunts. But before that, in the summer, I had gone to University of Heights with my BFF, Celine. She's the co-founder with Ghostly with me. Anyway, girls from Chicago, long flight, would be leaving the next day. And we had no ghostly activity on any of our ghost hunts. So she was a little pissed. Okay. So there's some provocation. Okay, here we go.
How come you stay here?
Ooh, that comes out really soft on this. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It's right at the end. You're going to hear the camera click and then the shutter close, and then it's right after that. But it's really low on this for some reason. On Ghostly, it's pretty loud.
How come you stay here?
Yeah, I wonder why it's so soft. I might have to go back and edit that one more time.
How come you stay here?
It's saying go away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's on my website. It's pretty loud, but I was going to say,
I thought when I heard it last time, it sounded a lot louder.
Yeah. So this is, I guess it's.
And then after we saw Jake there, I was like, we have to see if he can join a ghost. We've got to.
That was the Turner Joy.
Amazing.
The Turner Joy.
Oh,
because
yes.
I wrote up my report. Yeah, I wrote up my report and said, yeah, Turner Joy, I got nothing.
And then, yes.
And then I got hit up. Let's see. Well, we got 17 minutes left. I know Todd couldn't join us tonight, but we have his EVPs we can play.
Okay.
Well.
And they're really pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's
So
hear
this
them.
is Todd Bates. He's the host of Haunted Voices Radio. Wendy, why don't you spiel about Todd before we play his EVPs?
He's been in the business forever, like quite a few of you all. Ross was on his show last night, if that helps any.
That's really good.
Let's see. He's known for his early EVP work. He actually likes the cassettes, the old cassettes, recorders, and I'm not sure where these came from at all, but hey, they sounded good.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, here we go. And they're all really short, so we can play them a lot. One sec.
Yes.
Let me cue them up. I love EVP night. I wish we could just do ghostly evidence all the time.
I know.
Evidence.
We can. It's our show.
Oh,
That's true.
And it's not yours. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I was right in the middle. One more time. Yeah. So what did you guys hear? So, I mean, I've got a clue. I've got the file with what was in. So I'm just checking the chat to see if you guys got it. Now I will get ready to queue up the next one.
I don't know, but I thought it kind of sounded like or what or something like that.
See what we got.
But we know my bad hearing.
Okay, I'll spoil it because I got the next one queued up. It was Come Back.
Not even close. Okay.
That's okay. There's no wager on that.
No.
We can wager.
No.
If you would like to wager.
Wager with the deaf woman. Sure.
Here we go.
Is that an alien?
I know what I was thinking. Is this an X-Files voice?
Yeah.
One more. What it's labeled with, I didn't pick it up. But that says, "Do you believe?"
Oh, it must be an
Okay.
alien.
Yeah,
It must
totally.
be, yeah.
It must be a Mulder file.
Yep. Here's another short one. These are all really short, so here we go. Okay, that one was pretty clear.
Ooh. Wow.
That was clear. And one more time. That was a good one. Everyone got go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here's another one. Todd was nice to send us like a dozen or more.
Nice. Cool.
Another
Then
short
weed
one.
out.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty clear. One more. So that was June. What do you think it was?
I couldn't hear very well.
Oh, you
One
wanna
more
play it?
time.
Okay.
Please.
Queuing.
Was it help?
Yep. So I heard it, and the first thing I thought was like Jigsaw. It sounded like his voice.
Oh yeah.
I want to play a game.
Now that would be
No.
creepy.
That
Yeah,
would be-
no. Sorry.
That would
nope.
be like cartoon body silhouette through the door.
Yep, exactly.
Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Here we go. Next one. Here we go. It's queued up. Ooh, this one's super short. What? Okay, I heard it that time. This one's like mono. I got it all in my left ear. One more time. It sounds like you're at almost sounds like a voice you would hear at a carnival or something, you know, in the spooky mirror thing.
It's better or get better?
It's close in there.
In there. I was
well,
gonna
yeah,
say it
that was
sounded like
close.
something
Casey got
there.
it right. And Casey got help right. Yeah, Casey. Ooh, we're gonna have to put Casey McAllister right onto all of our EVP analysis. audio
Yes,
analysis.
she's good.
Yes.
Here we go. Next one. Queuing.
William, do you want us to leave?
She said no.
Oh, that's a DVP then.
William, do you want us to leave?
She said no.
Ooh.
Unless she was the only one that could hear and everybody else.
That's
It's
true.
it's kind of like Medea when all of a sudden she thinks she's hearing, somebody say something and we're like, I didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden we get the recording back and sure enough, she heard it and we didn't.
Here
She has
is
those
another
paranormal ears.
That's we need those
Ooh.
bad ears on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Use Augie ears.
I didn't hear it. I can't really make it out, but
It's
it comes
another
right after a
I
question.
want to believe.
Yeah, it's labeled no, but I really couldn't make anything out with it. Here we go. Next up. Oh, well, that was pretty clear. What do you think it was?
I couldn't make it out.
One
We're
more.
dead.
Oh, I totally could see where you're getting "we're dead" from, but Todd's got "goodbye" listed,
Oh,
but
can see
it
that
sounded
too.
like "we're dead" or something like that.
I thought it was pretty done.
Yeah.
They don't. Okay. You doing?
Here we go.
It's like, what was that?
Here we go. One more time.
Is that a parrot? Is that the ghost of a parrot? Saying, hello.
That's going to be my new ringtone.
Hello.
It's hello, but
I was going to say, is that the ghost of a parrot? It sounds like a parrot.
I think that might have been a Todd parrot.
Here we go. Next up. Oh, yeah, that was really clear. It sounds like it's mimicking what was said right before it. It's Flash. And you can
Flash.
hear.
Okay, yeah, I can.
It sounds like human says it and then it gets parroted. Who knows? Maybe it's literally parroted.
Yeah, maybe.
Here we go. I didn't.
Is that someone howling? Ooh, I wonder what that was, the story behind that.
I don't know if it's like a TV or someone talking about, but it's supposed to say Jill, but I didn't hear. I didn't hear
either.
Okay, here we go. That sounds like a cat.
Or a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Cats and babies sound the same.
Yeah.
It sounds like a baby saying cat.
Yeah, maybe.
What were your first words? No, that was supposed to be stop.
Oh.
Here we go. This one could be fun because you know me and my mind.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. That I made that one out pretty clearly. One more time. What do you think?
Sorry, it's just a little too fuzzy for me.
One more time.
About my
That's my daddy.
What?
Really? I wouldn't have guessed that, but okay,
No.
because I didn't really get it to begin with. So
One more time.
I still can't get That's My Daddy out of
I
it.
heard that one. It's weird how humans' ears work and stuff.
it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, I can
is.
hear, I hear something, but I don't even hear an ah sound in it.
Okay.
I don't know. Interesting.
Oh, that one was clear. It sounded like an old TV show.
Pinky
You should
scab?
get.
Oh,
And then we've got. Let's do this one. I'm hoping to finish these before time. So.
Hello, Sally. Put the camera up. I'm right here with you.
Oh, it comes right at the end. Let me. I couldn't make it out. It said he said it was candle.
I'm not sure.
oh,
Okay. We've only got 4 left.
Do you wish contact with us?
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Do you wish contact with us?
One more time.
Do you wish contact with us?
Any ideas?
too much background noise for
Yeah.
me.
I'll return. So the
Oh,
guy
so
says something,
Okay.
space, and then he.
Do you wish contact with us?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Okay.
background noise
Mhm.
was a little too loud for me.
Yeah. Next up. I think you guys heard that right away, didn't you?
Couldn't hear what it said.
Oh, it wasn't. It's not really saying. It was baby crying.
Okay. I thought it was
well,
like
I did
saying
hear a
something.
baby crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to make out what it said.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
We only have 2 left. Here we go. Okay.
So I'm
Screaming.
hearing the crying, but I'm also hearing a low underlying whisper
Mhm.
in there too.
Yeah, I think the whisper says screaming, so you hear the kid, bellowing.
So it was a
Oh,
real
okay.
child.
It's right there.
So
yeah.
it was a real child. The child wasn't the EVP too.
Correct. It
okay.
wasn't like the previous
Okay.
one where the child was the EVP.
Yes. It's hard to keep him straight.
But one more time for fun. Yeah, I totally heard the screaming with that one.
It's probably
And then-
left out. Get control your screaming.
Yeah,
brat.
and I'll see if this last one plays. It's not in a format that I'm using QuickTime to play things.
Okay.
And this isn't usually a format that plays as audio. So. Oh, okay. I hear this one pretty clear. I hear "Where are you going?" He didn't put what it said, but it sounds like "Where are you going?" And that's our last EVP of the night.
Ooh, that was
Thank
fun.
you, Todd. Thank you,
I
Shar.
enjoyed that.
Thank you, June. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Lisa. Ross was in some stuff. To my prime hag, Celine back in Chicago. Holla.
And Medea. Yes.
Casey.
Medea.
Casey. Now that was awesome.
And everybody that joined in.
I love EVPs to listen to them.
I love apparitions more.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But we get more EVPs than apparitions, unfortunately.
True.
Definitely, yes.
So,
well then, the end of another fun show.
This was fun. I love this.
Thank you to our Facebook audience for tuning in, and of course, our listeners on Spreaker and the website.
Yes,
that's right.
And we've got a special show next week, don't we? We always have special shows, but we have a special show next week. It's gonna be kind of cool because this is next week, not the twerking Boo Buddy. Boo is not going to twerk for the whole episode. I'm sorry, Jake.
Yes, next week we've got John Kabucha. Kachuba. One way or the other. I've
got his books.
Okay, good. I've been reading the ones that are Kindle Unlimited. So
okay.
But they are, he's an author, pretty well known. Apparently, he does the tour circuit and talks paranormal and metaphysical.
Yeah, he's written Haunting Illinois, Haunting Ohio, 2 books on Haunted Ohio. He's got a new book on shapeshifters. That one came out last summer.
Cool. Did you get that?
I do. I have it. And
send me one.
It's hard copy.
I know they don't have an e-copy yet.
So I got that. So I guess we can do like a Zoom and I go.
There you go.
Oh, I got a better one.
To yourself.
since these aren't audio, audiobooks, you can always read it to us, Jake.
Oh,
you
could.
Me.
Aurora
we could
jumped on the
ghost
pole,
stories.
swung around.
It's like
her bikini top flew off and hung in the air.
No, Jake, not your own interpretation.
Bad dog, no, bad. Hi, Lisa. We're about to end.
Did Lisa just jump on while we're ending?
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been such a fun show.
Yes, this was fun. We love Facebook Live. I can't keep multitasking like this. It's driving me insane.
But you're so good at it.
Are you still questioning why I wanted to do it?
No, dude, like I'm all about handing over this. If I got to do the Facebook Live, you're more than happy. I'm more than happy. Like do the speak.
Oh no! I meant while we were doing Facebook Live, not.
Oh.
But I can definitely take the studio, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Awesome.
Probably.
We should experiment with it to make sure that we have the capabilities.
Yes.
Let's
You're getting the inside dish, people. Inside.
I always love to experiment.
Yes, we love to experiment.
Stop the twerking Boo Buddy. No.
Stop! Naughty teddies! Naughty teddies!
Oh, and Sandy just joined. Hey, Sandy. Oh. I guess we need to keep going for a few minutes.
Maybe we should, yeah.
Sandy, would you go over to Jake's house and kick him?
It's been a very naughty night of ghostly voices. Yes.
I love it.
What did I walk into? Yeah. Boogie Nights.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, guys, I guess that's
about it.
That's
okay,
fun.
Thank you.
Oh, and don't kill me. I forgot to record it. Big shock.
That's fine. I can take it right off of Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say when you have it on Facebook,
Yeah, it's recorded on Spreaker. We can work with this. Okay. Well, then, I guess with that, I will bid adieu and I'll sign off Spreaker first. Bye,
Thank
Spreaker
you all.
listeners.
Thank you all. Have a great week.
Yes,
Stay safe.
Stay safe,
Okay.
please.
Bye-bye. And then for our show, it's
Yes.
time to say good night.
Good night.
Take
Good
care,
night.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
joining.
Bye-bye.